Hello and welcome. It's Jennifer McGuire. I hope your week is off to a good start. Now, normally in my videos, I share some sort of technique for kind of stretching your supplies or using them creatively. Well, sometimes I just want to create projects for fun and share them with you. And so I'm going to call these project showcases. So this is the first time I'm doing this. I actually have seven different projects for you today using some products that many people have asked about. And they all hold gift cards or little presents, and they are so much fun. Some of them require specific products, but in the end, I'm going to show you how to create a few things that you don't really need anything special for. Now, most of these are going to my daughter's teachers, and I think it's fun when companies come out with products that allow us to use our paper craft supplies for things other than just regular cards. Okay, so the first example you can see here, it opens up and it holds a little note and gift card inside of it. This one uses some products from Lawn Fawn. So the die that I'm using is this great die set called the Lawn Fawn Stitched Heart Envelope. A lot of people emailed me about how this one works, so we're going to show you that today. Now notice it comes with the large heart envelope die, but then also the little other dies that you see there, so you can use these in many ways. Now I found that this fits perfectly in my Big Shot when you kind of turn it on an angle there, and you just run it through how you would any die that you have. So there are score lines that are scored using the die. So I'm just reinforcing those by folding and using my bone folder. And you'll see how this heart actually folds up to make this cute little envelope. Just love this. You could use it with or without a card. I'm going to stick it on a card today. In this video, I'm keeping the focus on the interactive pieces, so I'm not going to share the stamping, but I am showing the products that I used. I used the Lawn Fawn Love Notes stamp set to do a little heat embossing on the inside and also to stamp this background on this note card. There are some great messages in this stamp set that are perfect for card makers. So I'm gluing my little folded envelope on the front, and then I have this little die cut heart piece with a sentiment. I'm putting foam adhesive at the top of the heart so that all you have to do is tuck that little envelope flap underneath the heart, and then it can open up and you can see what's inside. So in this, you can perfectly fit a gift card, and also that little scalloped note card that I'm sticking in there, that's included in the die set too. So this is a great way to include a gift card or just a little love note inside the card. I love that when you open up the little envelope, you see a large heart shape. That's really fun. My daughter has decided she wants to use this for her Valentine's this year and put little stickers inside. So that wraps up our first example of holding a gift card on the front of a card. I'm moving through these pretty quickly because I am sharing 7 different examples. Okay, so the next one is a fun gift bag. There are a lot of gift bag dies out there, but this one has really won my heart because it creates a large bag, so I can use it for more things. So I'm using this die set from Mama Elephant called the Favor Bag die set. You can see there are other little elements in it that you can use to decorate your bag also. Now this fits perfectly through my Sizzix Big Shot, and you actually need to cut 2 pieces, the front and the back, to create the gift bag. So now that I've die cut them, it does provide the score lines for you, so I'm just going to reinforce those score lines with my bone folder. I'm going to do this on both of the pieces. Now you would want to do any stamping before assembling it. I just wanted to show you the example first. And also, Lila asked me to put one together for her, so this one's going to be for her. So on the 2 small narrow flaps on each of the pieces, I'm putting some strong double-sided tape. And also on this big flap on one of the pieces, I'm putting some strong double-sided tape. Any strong adhesive would work here. You want to make sure it stays together. Now after removing all of the release paper, I'm going to take the bottom of one of the bags and put it up against the bottom of the other, and that will glue together. And now I'm going to tuck all the little flaps into the bag, and all the adhesive will hold nice and tight. You want to press those with your finger so you can be sure that they stay put. And check out this adorable little bag with the fun little finish on top. Absolutely love it. Okay, now I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm using the Mama Elephant Botanical Hello stamp. Now I've created 2 more die cuts of the bag. I gave that first bag to Lila. Now I'm going to do the stamping on the front of one of them. So I am putting this into my Misty, masking off the side of the bag. I'm going to just stamp with Versamark ink and white heat emboss that large hello sentiment. This hello sentiment is beautiful. You can do some beautiful coloring on the flowers. And once you color all the flowers around the word hello kind of pops out and stands out. But I'm keeping this simple today and just doing white heat embossing. And then I'm going to add a little bit of darkness to the flowers themselves with my Versamark pen. This creates like a watermark. It just kind of darkens wherever you color it. So I'm going to color in all the flowers and leaves. Lila came to help also. And then I'm going to color over that also with my Spectrum Noir shimmer pen so that there's some sparkle on those the flowers and leaves also. Then I'm using my white Prismacolor colored pencil to color in just the word hello so it kind of stands out a little bit more. So this is kind of a tone on tone with a little bit of white stamping that I've done here. Now this little label is also from that same die set. I'm going to have Lila write a little message on there for her teacher, and I'll glue it on the back. And her teacher loves to wear fun big necklaces like I do, so I got this one at Anthropologie. I'm going to wrap it up in some tissue paper and put it inside. So this actually ends up being over 5 inches tall and over 3 inches wide, so it's rather large. So you could create like even a small set of note cards to put inside or use it for a variety of things. Now the next example is a tiny little box. This one's from Reverse Confetti, and it is just the cutest little thing ever. This is the Reverse Confetti Goodie Box die. Now I wanted to give earrings to one of Lila's teachers, and I thought this would be the perfect example for it. Now this die, you just create one, and the greatest thing about it is really easy to assemble. You just put a little bit of adhesive on the tiny little flap and just fold it closed. I did reinforce the score lines on this, but since it creates actually little dash lines, it doesn't need much reinforcement to the scoring. It folds very easily. So you fold the bottom in and then just connect the other 2 edges, and there you have the cutest little goodie box ever. So there are a few ways you could close this. You could just tie a ribbon around it, but what I decided to do was punch a hole at the top of 2 of the flaps and tie a ribbon through that or some string through that. You can see these are fast to make, so if you have something where you need to make a bunch, this is a good option for you. So I stamped an apple using the Reverse Confetti All Apples stamp set. This was one of my favorite stamp sets from last year. It's great for teacher gifts. Just glued that on the front of the little box. I have some cute earrings here from Anthropologie for one of Lila's teachers, and I'm just going to pop that inside. And then I'm using some silver embroidery floss to tie through the little holes that I punched in the top. Now, normally I would use ribbon, but I'll be honest, I can't find my ribbon since I moved. So I'm using embroidery floss for all of my examples today. You know, you got to use what you have. So there you have the Reverse Confetti Goodie Box. A lot of people had emailed me about how this one went together, so I hope this is helpful to you. Okay, my next example is a really unique one. This die set is so clever. It's from Waffle Flower, and it creates this little gift bag that is perfect for holding a gift card or more. Now, the 2 great things about this die set is it's a smaller die set, so the price point is much lower. But the other great thing about it is you have control as to how deep the bag is. It's a great option, and you'll see it as it comes together here. So you can see there are lots of little die options in this set also. You need to die cut 2 pieces, a front and a back to the bag, and go ahead and reinforce those score lines. Now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on this one. I am stamping with Versamark ink, and then I'll white heat emboss it. This is a new fabulous stamp set from Waffle Flower. They have recently started working with a new artist, and check out all of these clever looking stamp sets. Such a unique design, and I think they're so playful, fun for coloring and inking techniques. So I used the flower from the first example. Then I used Heartfelt Thanks from this example here. But I just wanted to show you all of the stamp sets in this collection and that they're great for decorating envelopes or the edges of your cards. Okay, got a little distracted there by cute stamps. So I put adhesive on the flaps of each of these pieces, and now it's time to put the bag together. So I cut a piece of cardstock to be 1 inch wide by 11 inches long. Now you could make this piece as wide as you want. You can make it a 1/2 inch, you could make it 2 inches. That controls how deep the bag is. So you notice I'm putting the bottom piece of each of the bag sides together along the edge of that cardstock strip. So you just want to line them up with each other. Now you just want to fold over your cardstock strip at the base of the bag, and now fold the sides up and adhere them. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can see in action that it's very easy to do. So again, you can control how deep this bag is depending on how wide of a strip of cardstock you cut. This is brilliant. I think this is such a great idea. Waffle Flower always has very well engineered dies. Okay, now I can trim the top of my bag off, and there we have the perfect little gift bag. As I mentioned, there are many different die pieces in this die set that you can decorate the bag with. So I just put those pieces across the top, also added a white cardstock strip, some little punched little dots of pink cardstock on the flowers, and some glossy accents. This is perfect for a little gift card and a note inside. Okay, moving on to the next example. This is another envelope example. This is from Concord and Ninth, and again, this is another set that is really clever and well designed. Now the pieces inside of it look a little strange, but you'll see that it's very easy to use. There are also smaller elements that can be used with the envelope die set or separately. There's little notches, you have the little circles that you can wrap a string around. There are also die cuts for the sentiments you put on it. I'm just going to use the envelope pieces today. If you look closely at the end of these envelope dies, there are notches on the back side so that you can see where to line them up with the edge of your cardstock. I have a piece of cardstock here cut to 4 inches wide by 11 inches long. You can make it either longer or shorter if you want to. Just make sure it's 4 inches wide. I'm lining up the edges of the cardstock with those notches on the tip of the die, and then I am lining up the other end of the die with the edge of the cardstock. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. You can see it's lined up there on the right and at the top and the bottom. Now again, you can make this cardstock longer or shorter, and you'll end up with either a shorter or taller envelope. Okay, so now I can run this through my die cut machine. It works with any die cut machine you may have. If you have a long cutting plate or platform, you can run it through once at the same time. But here what I'm doing is die cutting one side and leaving the other side hanging out, and then I'll repeat it with the other side. This way you can use these dies with whatever die cut machine you have. So now we have this great piece that is perfect to create a little envelope. I find it helpful to score on these 4 edges that you see here, connecting the 4 notches. This helps to fold it nicely. So after I've scored it, I'm just going to reinforce each of those fold lines, and then we can create our little envelope. And you don't need to do much adding to this to make the envelope. All you need is some strong adhesive along the 2 long flaps here. Make sure you don't put too much adhesive down because you don't want to seal shut your envelope. So now I can remove the release paper and close it up, and we have this adorable little envelope here. And remember, you could vary the height of this envelope simply by varying the length of the cardstock piece that we used earlier. Okay, so I decided to do a little stamping on this. I really like these Simon Says Stamp background stamps. They're beautiful. I just stamped it towards the top of the front of the envelope, and I also stamped it on the flap of the envelope. I want to keep this one simple also, so I'm stamping this large To You From Me from the Concord and Ninth Love Notes stamp set. Look how perfect that fits on the front of it. Now if you take a piece of cardstock and cut it in fourths, half down the center vertically and half down the center horizontally, and then fold each of those pieces, you have the perfect note card size to go inside of this. So I wrote a message on there, put a gift card in it, and now I'm just using a heart die cut to seal it shut. Many ways that you can use this. You could even use it on the front of the card if you wanted to, but I think it's great for a gift card. This one would be great to mass produce maybe for Valentine's. Okay, the next example is a little bit different. This is the reverse confetti treat tubes. Now this comes with dies and the little plastic pieces that you see in the center. And this is holding some stamps, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So here is the piece that is cut from the reverse confetti treat tube topper die. You can see it has all the score lines ready for you. I decided to do a bit of stamping on it. Now for each piece that you make, or each tube that you make, you need to die cut and stamp 2 of these treat topper pieces. I really like this stamp set from Reverse Confetti. I'm just using a few of the elements to stamp repeatedly. Okay, so now that I've done all the stamping, this die actually comes with a few of these treat tubes, and you can buy extra tubes. Really like the size of it. It's great for holding stamps or other little gifts. Now this is easy to put this topper together. You just fold it zigzag along the score lines, and then you just put one long strip of adhesive on one side, and then a little piece of adhesive on each of the little flaps on the side. Now all you have to do is wrap this around the end of the treat topper. Just line it up with the score lines and just wrap it around, and it wraps up perfectly, and you get this great little topper on your treat tube. You can see it's very easy. I love the scalloped edge. And now you can put anything on the inside. I'm actually including some woodblock stamps that I had made by Bossy Jossie. It says #beast mode. I have a friend who is fighting breast cancer, and she's using this hashtag as she kicks it in the rear. So I thought I'd send some stamps with the hashtag on it. So that's what's going in the little tubes. Now, once you have your gift inside, you can take the other treat tube topper die cut, wrap it around it, and there you have your decorated tube. Now, you can add anything you want to this. I put a little simple die cut on the front and tied some string around the edges, but you could really go to town even stamping on the tube itself. This is a really fun one to put together, and I can't wait to give this to her. And again, the die comes with a few of the plastic tubes, but you can buy extra tubes if you'd like to. Been meaning to use this one for some time. This was the perfect reason to use it. Okay, next I wanted to share a couple examples where you don't need any die sets. You can create them probably using the supplies that you have. Now this one is a fun envelope that you can create from die cut or hand cut circles. It's really easy. Now I die cut some large circles. Mine are about 4¼ or 4½ inches in diameter. I die cut these and did some stamping on them. I used my Hero Arts nesting circle dies. If you don't have circle dies, you could trace maybe a bowl and hand cut it. Really, that would work great. I remember making these when I was a kid. And you want to create 4 of them. The bigger the circle, the bigger your envelope will be. Now on these 4 circles, you want to just do a score line right down the center so that you can fold each of them in half. Now you want to put some strong adhesive on the folded edge, kind of where you see me putting it here. I'm going to do this on each of the circles, and then we can put all 4 together. So I'm using the lines on my grid pad just to make sure it's squared up, but you can just eyeball it if you want to. And you'll notice I'm putting them together one at a time, meeting them at the corners each time. Now this will glue them all together, and then I have a piece of white cardstock cut to be slightly smaller than the area in the inside. This is 4¼ by 4¼ I'm going to put that inside, and now we have this great envelope. Now you can fold each flap in one at a time and then tuck the last one in, and look at that. It closes itself. It looks really cool. A lot of ways you can do this, and again, you can make it smaller if you want a smaller envelope. Basically, whatever diameter circle you have is what width and height your little envelope will be in the end. I also put a piece of cardstock on the back just for a finishing touch. Now this is perfect for putting a message on the inside, adding a little gift card on the inside, and then just closing it up. I did create a little sleeve and stamped a fun little coffee stamp image on there. This coffee stamped image is from a Simon Says stamp set. This is their recent card kit. So cute, you can add these little faces to it. Perfect for a Starbucks gift card inside. And then I just stamped For You from this Neat and Tangled stamp set. Wanted to keep it simple. You can see that piece just slides right off, and then you can open up the envelope inside. This is really easy. This is something that you can do with your kids and use for a variety of occasions. Okay, now on to the 7th and final example. This one you can use without dies also. This is a bag that's created from an envelope. I've shown this in a past video, and I'll link to it here so you can see another example. Basically, you want to take a card and seal it shut, so seal all of the edges, so you end up with an envelope with nothing inside. After you've sealed it up nicely, you want to cut a little bit off one of the ends, so it's just like a giant pocket. Next, you're going to score in from the other 3 edges. It doesn't matter how much you score in, just that you score in the same amount. I did about a ½ inch from each of the 3 sides. Now you want to reinforce all of those fold lines, and then watch how easy this is to turn into a bag. Just put your hand inside, press the bottom in to kind of indent it in, and you'll end up with these tiny little ears or triangles that stick off the end. Now you just will see the bag start to form, so you kind of want to force the little score lines. And then those 2 little ears, you're going to want to glue that down to the bottom of the bag. So I use a little tiny piece of that strong double-sided tape to glue those little ears down. So if I would have scored farther from the edge, I would end up with a wider bag. So you can really vary this to fit whatever needs you have. I plan to put another necklace inside of this one, but it's great for gift cards or other small gifts. Okay, so now I have this little gift bag. You could do many different things with this. I just like to fold the top over and then create like a little sticker from a heart die cut to close it. I'm going to show you briefly how I decorated the front of this. I cut a piece of peach-colored cardstock and stamped this My Favorite Things Floral Fantasy on it in a tone-on-tone ink color. Now I'm going to die cut the word hugs from it. I wanted to put hugs on the front, but sometimes I struggle with getting the little individual letters straight and spaced just right. So here's a trick for you. Take the negative space and temporarily add it to the front of your project. Then glue each of the letters into the openings, so you're putting the pieces in like a puzzle. So I haven't glued the negative space down, just the letters. Now I can carefully remove the negative space, and my letters are perfectly lined up and perfectly spaced. By the way, I put an ink pad in there so I had something firm to press against. So I'm putting a pair of earrings inside of here. These earrings are also from Anthropologie. Love their jewelry. I also heat embossed a sentiment on a cardstock strip from this Concord and Ninth Kindhearted stamp set. And there we have a very easy gift bag created from an envelope. Hopefully you have some envelopes you can use to create little gift bags. So there you have it, 7 different envelopes and gift bags that you can create using your paper craft supplies. I hope these inspired you, and maybe you want to create a few of them also. All the supplies are linked below in my YouTube description. You can also go to my blog for much more information and photos. In the middle here are some other videos that might be of interest to you. If you haven't already, click my little photo up there to subscribe so you can see more videos. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching.